Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling coherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Once again, I need to talk to all of my companions, which, depending on how much they have to say, might take a while. I wanted to teach you some of the forms I have learned. Visas has learned such a form will increase my skills. Okay, I think I only taught you to make you stronger, not to serve me. I do not understand, but the choice is mine, whether you permit it or not. I'll be going now because something seems to be bugged, seeing how the dialogue is getting skipped. It's actually doing this again. I have some questions for you. Okay, that's weird. Let's see if that happens with everyone.
Yes, General?
Do you have any shields?
Sorry, General. Something else I can help you with?
Apparently you don't have anything to say, which is a bit weird.
My life for yours.
We had all of...
I will answer what I can.
I asked all of those questions. I guess you have nothing new to say.
Statement. Master, if you could indulge me for a moment, I must express some degree of irritation at your actions. Perhaps my anticipation of working with one who served at Malachor 5 was too high, but you are countering all those expectations.
And how is that?
Statement. Well, all your behavior up to this point suggests either strong atonement or confirmation that the atrocities attributed to you during the war were in fact accidents.
I am not proud of what I did during the wars, and I do not wish to discuss it.
Statement. I suspected as much, Master. There are few who would discuss such things with an assassination droid, and that is perfectly understandable. I mean, what use is there for communication in a galaxy such as ours? Understanding might be achieved, or sympathies might be gained by such callous acts. You are right to remain silent about your past. I have seen the damage that repressing such things brings, and it is far preferable to share such traumas.
Why did you ask me about the Mandalorian Wars?
Answer. Why? Because your actions then and now are related, and I feel I need some context. I confess to being somewhat needy that way.
What do you mean?
Statement. Sometimes, Master, it is difficult for meatbags to step back and gain some perspective on death and its importance in their insignificant lives. Explanation. You see, Master, assassination is such a versatile tool. I have seen the removal of a single target have far-reaching consequences for a nation, world, even a galaxy. The repercussions of even the smallest lives, whether dead or alive, can have profound implications on history. But surely you realize this.
And how is that?
Statement. Why your own life, Master? Your single life changed the face of the galaxy, of history itself. Malachor 5 was an impressive act of destruction, but its impact on the lives of others in the galaxy was far more extreme. I mean, Master, you brought about the death of the Mandalorian race. I doubt they realize it yet, but you dealt them a blow from which they will never recover.
Don't attempt to justify my actions, or yours.
Retort. Oh, Master, I am attempting to justify nothing, merely making an observation. Nothing would change the fact that I derive pleasure from ending the lives of others. I was only trying to bring death and its impact to your attention.
I have some questions.
Statement. Ah, more questions. Wonderful.
Okay, we had all of those conversations apart from this. I found the Navi computer tampered with. Any idea why it's locked?
Query. Indeed, I was unaware that the Navicomputer was locked.
It's voice printed.
Statement. Yes, I heard it was voice printed. Most curious.
You can mimic languages, right? Can you unlock it?
Statement. I suppose so, Master, but I would need to know who voice locked it. And regrettably, I do not have that knowledge. It seems to me that we will have to accept the T3's astrogation abilities for the time being. It is a very loyal and dependable droid for its class.
Can I try to repair you a little bit? +1 dexterity, +1 constitution. I'm fine. I guess I was just caught up in my work. Do you mind if I try working on you one last time? I keep feeling like there's something I'm missing. Alright then, be still and calm yourself. You have gained +1 wisdom and recovered parts of your connection to the Force, learning a moving meditation to calm the mind. Yes, I'm fine. I feel calm, collected. If T3 is wounded and you both are not in combat, speak to him to meditate and recover some of your Force points. Okay, some questions? Okay, give me a programming spike. What's wrong with the astrogation system? You locked it? Okay, we had that conversation already. Protected. An old friend? This friend, is this the same person? Is this the same one the person in the hologram was talking about? How did the Ebon Hawk come back from there if it's so dangerous? And why?
T3, you have been with us since Terrace.
Okay, we had that conversation already. There's no new information. But still, an upgrade to my Force points is always nice, I guess.
Yes?
Can you teach me some more fighting moves?
I think you are ready for the final tier I wish to teach. You have made much progress. For this you may use any melee weapon and any shields you possess, but nothing else. No Jedi saber, and no other items.
Alright.
We shall begin this final lesson then.
I think I'll go unarmed, funnily enough, because it seems to me I might literally be stronger unarmed, at least against her. I have a lot of bonus feats that deal with unarmed damage.
Beatrice was correct about you. You know war, its motions and currents. There is nothing more I can teach you.
then maybe I can teach you some things.
I have already learned much of your styles and combat. There is no need to know more.
What's the problem?
Combat among the Ichani is a personal thing. Repeated duels are not what they are in other cultures, and I would rather that this not become more than it is. And I have taken an oath to Atris against studying from a Jedi, or anything of the Jedi teachings.
Why?
My father broke his oaths. He shamed us all. I do not wish to follow his path. I swore not to follow his path. If I were to follow a Jedi against Atris's wishes, then I would be betraying her for you.
Well, I have fought beside you. You know me as well as you know Atris. What do you want?
This is a difficult thing for me to say, but I ask that you be silent as I tell you this. It is my desire to learn from you what you can teach me of battle. I have already learned much in our duels, but with every battle, I wish to know more of you. Your stance, your movements, I can sense shades of meaning and an echo of something I have yet to experience. Atris said that you were the only Jedi to have survived the Mandalorian Wars, that you had stared into the heart of war and only turned away because you were forced to. I do not believe her. I believe that you made a choice, as my father did, and that is important to me, more than you know. And you are important to me more than you know. I will accept whatever you wish to teach me, though it breaks my oath to Atris.
Then when the time is right, I will teach you more of battle.
I shall await that time, but until then, I will need time to reflect on this. It is different to voice something you feel, and I must grow accustomed to the wait.
Well, we'll leave you to it then. For like 3 seconds. Is now the right time?
Yes?
Can you teach me some more fighting moves?
There is nothing more I can teach you. You may ask.
Do you have a name?
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
What was it?
It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
Well, you should take value in yourself as well.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
Do you think I lost myself when I disobeyed the Jedi?
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself. You may ask.
Okay, so I think that's all for now. Because...
Yes?
I can't... What are you doing?
I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be.
Okay, so that repeats. So we will talk about it later, I guess.
Yes? Is something wrong?
Can you make some med packs?
Not at the moment. That is hardly surprising. What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the Republic. Do you know what happened to the Jedi?
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work. Something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
Hey, we had that conversation already.
That is hardly surprising. What do you wish to know?
So I think there's nothing new in this line of conversation. For now.
Something up?
I have some questions for you.
Alright, what did you want to know?
Well, apparently nothing. Okay. I guess we'll play Pazak just because maybe it unlocks something.
Sounds good to me. I'll deal.
If we engage in a friendly match.
Something up?
Can you teach me to play?
Alright, but I'm out of credits, so it's Republic Senate rules.
Can we go over the rules first?
Sure, shouldn't be a problem. It's basically a numbers game, but I can give you the ground rules.
Okay, so there doesn't seem to be any further conversation with him either. It's a bit surprising, but...
Something up?
Alright, what did you want to know?
Apparently nothing. So let's talk to my favorite person ever. Kreia.
Yes. Have you come with questions?
Yes, can we talk about the crystal?
That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength. And through it, your power is enhanced. Let me focus on the crystal for a moment. There. Now it is fully in tune with you again. Is there something else you wished?
Yes. Let us talk about the techniques, right?
Yes. Have you come with questions?
I want you to teach me more about the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
Before, when you taught me to listen, I wish to continue that lesson.
Very well. Sit with me. You have brushed the surface thoughts of another. It is a start. Calm yourself. This time, silence your own thoughts. Keep them still. Imagine the waters of the room of 1,000 fountains, each stream suddenly falling silent and still. Imagine the ice of Telos, cold and smooth as it gathers upon the plateau. Now, stretch out. Feel the ship around you. Strip away the metal and see the souls and minds of those that fill its corridors with more thoughts and dreams and worries than can fill the space of this ship.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and...
How could the Jedi leave the Republic? Was it because of the Civil War? Is it possible that they...
From the first movement flows the second. Strike, repeat, circle one's opponent. Repeat, faster, quicker. If Father had been faster. If only Father had been faster. If I was faster, I would no longer be the last of my sisters. But does Atris love him? Jedi do not love. Does Atris hate him? Jedi do not hate. This journey is harder than any she has sent me on.
Switch the face of the +1, -1 card. The totals are 9, 10. Switch the face of the +2, -2 card. The total is 8, 11. Switch.
Your command echoes still, General, and I obey, as I did at Malachor.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar,
Switch the face of the +1,
I shall
-1
not
card.
fear,
The totals are 9,
for
10.
in fear
Switch the face of the +2,
Your
lies
command
death.
echoes still,
The
General,
total is 8,
and I obey,
Switch.
as I did at Malachor.
The sound in the background. What is it?
Not now. Focus on my voice.
Malachor.
Now do you hear me? Truly hear me?
I hear you. This is incredible.
You have taken the first steps on a much longer road, Exile.
What about T3?
The droid cannot be read in such a way. As for the alien who served with you in the war, its thoughts are more difficult, requiring many translations in meaning. Often it is better to read their impulses and images than their spoken thoughts. That is why he is deaf to you. I have found his impulses are cold, like a dead weight. His thoughts are black.
It's interesting that she refers to Bao-Dur as it in Alien. That's pretty disgusting. But I did hear something from Bao-Dur.
Indeed. It is strange that I did not.
Well, maybe it's because I know him better. I served with him.
Perhaps. I would not put much weight on such things.
There was also something wrong with Atom's thoughts. Yeah, he seemed to have been playing Pazak in his head, but that might be a way to mask his actual thoughts. You know, he's repeating that in his head so that that's the only thing that comes up on a mind read.
Of course there was. It is because Atten was not playing Pazak, yet he counts cards in his head. At times, he will list off engine sequencers, memorize the hyperspace routes on the other side of the galaxy, count the ticking in the power couplings, even though they are fixed. At other times, he will imagine certain base lusts, certain indignities. It may be Atten is far cleverer than he feigns to be. Or perhaps he is simply a fool.
I will go see him and see how his Pazak game is coming. In a second, I have other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
So I have more questions about force techniques and stuff.
Yes. Have you come with questions?
Yes. Teach me more about the force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
I wish to ask about the lesson related to my skills.
Have you done as I asked?
I did. I devoted myself to understanding explosives.
Very well. Then know this. All situations contain within them the potential for violence. To know how to hold that violence in check, to restrain it, and use it to hold the situation to your advantage is the way of any wielder of the Force. Skill does not always draw from the Force, but it is a measure of power nonetheless. It can grant knowledge, help steady oneself when one's thoughts are in chaos, or grant enlightenment. Much can be achieved without the Force, as you know. Life continues, persists, and may be helped or harmed as a result. Now I am tired. Leave me to my meditations.
You have gained a bonus to your weakest and strongest skill. and also recovered some of your connection to the Force.
Yes. Have you come with questions?
Teach me more about the Force.
Very well.
Before, when I heard the thoughts of my companions, I heard something like an echo.
Ah, I had wondered if... But your powers are strong indeed.
Now is not the time to speak of this. Wait until you have more of the galaxy within you, and we shall speak again.
What do you mean?
Every step on our journey shall bring with it discoveries. With persistence, you shall grow in the Force. And for every planet we reach, all that we touch with our presence, you shall grow, for you will have no choice.
I will return when I'm both more experienced and have traveled to all the planets of the Masters. But...
Yes? Have you come with questions?
I do actually have questions.
Then ask.
Because I got a little bit of influence with Kreia, so did you know Revan?
I misspoke before, and I do not wish to choose my words unwisely again.
Ask.
If the Council... I had questions about how Revan amassed such a force against the Republic.
Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath him?
Okay, we had that conversation actually. About...
Oh, did they? Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. And I... Not a one.
Okay, we actually had that conversation. What about if the Council cast you out? How come Atris and none of the Masters mentioned you?
Ignorance. And perhaps they do not remember or care.
Are you certain?
Do not let them discover what makes you what you are before you do, or the consequences for the galaxy will be terrible. Because you learned to live without the Force, and that is something that the galaxy is not ready to accept.
Okay, so she doesn't really have anything else to add.
Something up?
Athon, why do you play Pazak in your head?
Passes the time. It's better than listing off engine sequencers, memorizing hyperspace routes, or counting ticks in the power couplings.
There are no ticks in the power coupling, it's fixed.
Of course it's fixed. And that's why you should count the ticking in the power coupling, too.
That doesn't really answer my question. Silent. Looks at him.
Why do I play Pazak? Alright, I'll show you.
Well, if it's friendly game, sure. Come on.
Good match. Now, what are you thinking about right now?
Wondering if you had a skifter up your sleeve.
Fair enough. That's why I play Pazak in my head. Because if you don't, you've left the door open, and anyone could walk right in.
But, Atom, before I felt your mind. With Krea's help. I'm sorry.
Of course you did. You see, Jedi, light or dark, do it. More often than you'd think. But I never heard one say they were sorry before. That's a new house rule.
So you play Pazak to shield your thoughts?
No, I play Pazak in my head. But while I'm doing that, it's a lot harder for someone to walk in.
Can you teach me to do that?
No. I can only teach you to play Pazak. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, kind of. Then I want to learn to play Pazak.
Good. Now you understand. Alright, I'll deal then. If you're ever fighting someone who has the power over your mind, whether light or dark, play Pazak. Start listing hyperspace routes, recite engine sequencers, and when they try to use their powers on you, suddenly it's not as easy as they thought. Jedi do it all the time. And when they walk in the dark places of your mind, they'll use it to hold you by the throat.
Atom has taught you to play Pazak in your head as a way of resisting mental domination. You've gained a permanent +1 to your willpower saves. Can we talk more?
Something up?
Can you teach me to play Pazak? You already did that.
Alright, what did you want to know?
That's the regular playing Pazak, right?
Alright, but I'm out of credits.
Yeah.
Alright, what did you want to know?
Well, I guess nothing for now, but still, thanks. Okay, so it's time to leave Korriban. And I'll go to Onderon. Climate temperate, terrain forest, docking uses spaceport.
Well, this is Onderon. Looks like there's a long line to get into the ISIS starport.
Something feels wrong here. A great disturbance here in orbit, and again on the planets below.
I guess this blockade is a symptom of larger problems on Onderon. Looks like we're about to find out. I'm receiving a message from some Colonel Tobin. Patching it through.
The Ebon Hawk. I was told to expect your arrival. I don't know your business on Onderon, but it ends here.
We've taken some hits. We can try to fight back, or I can outrun them and hide us on the jungle moon nearby. It's your call.
I'll man the turret. Just keep her steady.
I can't keep us in one piece much longer. Sorry to spoil your fun, but we've got to land now. I'm gonna put us down on that jungle moon. You know, just once I wish someone was glad to see us. But no, if it isn't weapons pointed at our heads, it's someone trying to blast us out of the sky. I remember the days when welcoming committee used to mean something, without being followed by blaster bolts.
How badly is the ship damaged?
It's taken a little damage, nothing too serious. I'm shutting down all unnecessary systems until we make repairs. It'll keep us from being a target.
Where did we land?
Looks like one of the moons of Onderon. Not sure which one. It's mostly jungle and mountain. I did pick up the remains of an old outpost near here. Maybe that's why there's all these clearings around. Maybe they were once settlements.
There were no settlements here. Those clearings were most likely once craters or crash sites.
Crash sites?
This is Dxun, where the Mandalorians began their crusade against the Republic. The remains of whatever outposts you detected here are military ones. We should be careful.
This is where the Mandalorian Wars started? This doesn't look like much of a battlefield.
Much is buried here, and there is much that should remain buried.
What now? We need to get to Onderon.
Until the ship is repaired, we're not going anywhere. Unless you can find another route to Onderon, we should sit tight.
There may be a means to get to Onderon by another route. The Force has guided us here for a reason. We should explore our surroundings. There is something here.
Something? Oh, there's something here, all right. Predators. Not small flit darters, but big, mean, nasty predators.
Nevertheless, we should explore our surroundings. And that nearby outpost would be as good a place as any to begin.
Let's head to the outpost then.
Well, if you go, be careful. No telling what other ships were forced down in the battle.
I have a feeling the ship will not be repaired until our business here is concluded. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I understand. What's so important about this place?
This is where the Mandalorian Wars began. He fought here once, and there are things here he must see.
He fought here? Why didn't he say anything?
Do you speak of all your battles? Or are there some you wish to forget?
Okay, before I leave, I want to do some maintenance on my lightsaber, and specifically I want to create a lens, an emitter, and an energy cell, because I don't really have those. You know what, I will actually delete that, and that should give me enough to create whatever I would want or need. Okay, I'll create this. Defense bonus -1. I think I can live with that. For a stun on hit, it's pretty cool. 300. Okay, so I will delete something else. create some computer spikes and parts. Okay, I'll take Kreia because it has been some time since she had time, since she had a chance to like stretch her legs. Which when unarmed.
battle is still going on. The Hawk's sensors just picked up a contact heading to the moon. Most of the ship's systems are powered down, so it's about all I got. That ship may have landed nearby, though. Or it may be on the other side of the moon. So you might want to prepare for another friendly Onderon welcome.
Revan says we must take Dxun. Our ring of military droid carriers are to fly in low and drop our payloads into the jungle moon. Once the droids hit dirt side, they'll seek out the Mandalorian base and pave the way for the ground troops and the Jedi. We're expecting heavy resistance, and if the droids can take out the anti-air turrets, this is going to be one short mission, but we cannot fail. If we do, the Republic is lost. The computer port is corroded, but the internal systems seem to be in good shape. With some part, you may be able to fix it. Fix the computer port. Droid carrier system loading. Core malfunctioning. Repair computer core. Core partially repaired. Droids available for primary functions. Overload the power reactor. Okay, I can do that mostly for the additional experience that I assume I'm going to get from those actions. Power reactor damaged. Oh, I can still repair it. I will. Again, just for the experience. It's 1,000 experience a pop, which is nothing to scoff at. Unfortunately, I couldn't repair it fully because... Oh, I can. Okay. Great.
ended. That Colonel Tobin stirred up a Minox nest when he took a shot at us. I'm still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. So you have to do without me for a while. I know, you're crushed.
Cannot be put in patrol mode. Okay. You have led us on a very fine chase, human. The battle above was your doing, yes? Our ship is quite damaged now. Throw down your weapons, yes? Your bounties are worth more if your Sari is still very much alive. Why are you hunting me? The exchange has put a bounty on your head, a very profitable amount. My family accepted the job. There's no way I'm going to surrender to you. Very well then. The bounties are still quite large, even if you are damaged and lifeless. Attack, my brothers. It's your life. Hidden Mandalorian anti-air turrets has forced us to crash outside the landing zone. We lost half of our troops to beasts streaming out of the jungle, and the rest of us are getting hammered by the Mandalorian emplacements. We're pinned down, cut off from command, and the thumping of the big guns hasn't died down for hours. Where are those damn Jedi?
What is it?
Actually, you can be wearing this, I think. Because it's better than this, what you currently have. And it's going to complement Krea's Jedi Consular abilities quite nicely. Because mental attributes affect force powers.
The ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Dxun. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities. Master. Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master.
Stop. That is not the skeletal remnant of a war long past. That is a recent kill. It appears that Dxun isn't as abandoned as we would be led to believe.
Why would the Mandalorians return here?
The past has a curious attraction to us all. Perhaps he came in a small shuttle to revisit old battlegrounds. Perhaps not. But let us press forward. You may find the answers you seek.
Thorium charges. Alright, let's do it. It seems to be purpose-made for this. This door is impenetrable to anything but high-grade explosives. Okay, that would be cool for Handmaiden or Disciple, because they are soldiers.
Fallen.
How do you like that?
Hold it right there. We've got you surrounded. I'm surprised you got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. What are you doing here?
What is with Mandalorians and this damn moon?
We claimed this moon decades ago, when we reforged ourselves after Exar Kun's defeat. Some of us call it home. Why are you trespassing here?
Our ship crashed. We were forced to land here.
We expected as much. You visit Dxun by choice. We have orders to escort you to our camp. Our leader wants to speak to you.
This may prove of use to us. Let us hear his words, see if they hold any value.
I have not finished exploring yet.
You are coming with us. I'm supposed to escort you peacefully, but the alternative is quite acceptable. So your choice is follow us as our guest, or see how Mandalorians have earned their reputation.
Alright, take me to your camp then.
So you're the intruder. Our sensors picked up your handiwork in space. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians.
I thought the Mandalorians were disbanded.
Scattered perhaps, but we're still alive. Alive and rebuilding.
Well, the only Mandalorians I've seen are thugs.
Many Mandalorians have fallen from the path of honor and are now no more than common mercenaries. But that is changing.
What is this place?
This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex we commanded an armada that had the Republic on the run. It didn't last.
Why did you use Dxun?
Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. All creatures gripped in a constant war for survival. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the jungle. The beasts also help us keep our edge.
Your camp looks like it has seen better days.
Covert camps are not meant to attract attention. Because we conquered them, the people of Onderon still hold a grudge against the Mandalorians. So we keep our presence here a secret.
I'm trying to get to Onderon. Do you know how I can do that?
So it's transportation you want. It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade. I make occasional trips to ISIS for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to prove your worth.
Why do you go to ISIS?
It's Mandalorian business, not yours.
Can't you tell me more than that?
I could, but I don't know you. Once I get to know you, I might tell you more. But not now.
How do I prove myself?
Figure it out yourself. Ask around. See if you can make yourself useful. Or something that'll show what you're made of.
Is there nothing you can think of?
There is one thing. Before your ship landed, we were preparing some demolition work. All the activity forced my men to stop before they finished. The charges need to be detonated before anybody comes across them, so all you'd have to do is flip the switch.
What were you going to blow up?
We were trying to uncover the entrance to a hidden cache of old Mandalorian equipment. The explosives should be easy to find. Just get to it before the Canax do.
Caches? What are in them?
The last month before Dxun fell, the old Mandalore knew that Revan and the Republic were gaining the upper hand. He ordered our best engineers to hide caches of weapons and munitions throughout the moon, safely away from the enemy's hands.
Why didn't the Republic just dig them out?
Don't you think they tried? It's real easy to hide things in a jungle. Even when they found some of our caches, our engineers left them some presents.
How big are the caches?
They're not much more than a couple of plasteel cylinders. Before you get any bright ideas, if you uncover cache B13, leave it alone. Even if you survive the traps, it would require military-grade explosives to open without the proper access codes. What's inside belongs to the Mandalorians.
I might have already looted them. Why would Canax be a problem?
Canax are nothing more than pests, but they have a real talent for screwing up plans. Just get to those explosives in the next day or so and you'll be fine.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need some more supplies. Be careful in the jungle. Our patrols have stopped until the space traffic dies down. The challenging beasts have been cleared from the area, but what's left might still be too much for you.
Okay, there's a... Oh no, that's a lab. Damn it, I thought it's a workshop. Because Bahadur has really good demolitions, so he could solve one of my problems.
What do you want?
Well, nothing, I guess. I guess I'm not going to be let into there for now. But I will explore the Mandalorian camp next time, because this episode has been long enough. So let me save. And end it. end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!